Welcome everybody. This is our movie for the activity When is Something Something. Try and hold that so you can see it. And this is a real simple activity, but it's got really profound consequences. We did our opening question that you've taken a shot on is how many things is the universe made of? And the key question on that is, well, what does science even consider a thing? And why would science consider something a thing? So for instance, would science think of you thinking about cloud shapes as a thing? So we really need to establish what makes something something. And there's more than one reason, and we'll see. But anyway, to start this off, I'm gonna stick a little piece of tape. I've got this all zeroed out, so we're well calibrated. I'm gonna stick a little piece of tape on there, and I'm gonna stick an empty balloon, and we're gonna go ahead and find the mass of those things. Hopefully my head's not getting in the way. I'm filming this all by myself, and so I'll try and keep my head out of the way as much as I can. And I'm gonna keep moving this, and I'm waiting for this to come in. I'm not quite there. That looks pretty darn good. Okay, so you can probably see these big numbers here. These are by 20, these are by hundreds, and these are by 1, and that would be 1 gram, 2 gram, 3 gram, 4 gram, and you can see that it's right around 3 grams. It's not quite to 3 grams. I'm gonna have to stick my head in the way right now so I can read this. So that is 2.9 grams. So our empty mass on all of this is 2.9. Our empty mass on this is going to be 2.9 grams. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the balloon off and I'm going to blow it up so it's full of air, and then I'm going to find the mass and see if it's changed at all. And some of you may have done this before, but this is one of the key things that makes something something. And I'm off to the side, you can't see this, you can probably hear it, but I'm blowing this balloon up with a pump. I am not using my breath because I don't want to add, as many of you probably have already guessed, I don't want to add the moisture from my breath into the balloon. I only want the air. So I'm filling it up pretty darn full. Now I got to try and tie it off. Easier said than done. All right, sorry that took me so long, but it's very hard to tie off a full balloon like this. And you can see what the tape's for. The tape is simply so the balloon will stay on there now. And now I can find the mass of this new balloon that's full. And again, the only thing that we've added to this from the beginning is this large balloon. So I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to have to stick my big head in the way, and you guys can enjoy my giant bald spot. And read this again, and you can probably see it's above 4 grams, and it looks like it's at about 4, a little better than 4.3. So I'm going to call it 4.35. So our final mass on this is 4.35 grams. So it not only went up, the mass not only went up, but it's really important. All scales have an error, and this one's got an error of 1/10 of a gram, which means if it only goes up by 1/10 of a gram, it could be the error of the scale. But you can see this went up by almost 1.5 grams. So that's a pretty significant gain. So all right, Now you can go ahead and answer the questions on these. I think you'll find it pretty straightforward, but this is one of the ways that science can tell that something is something.